Welcome back. You're watching Talk of the Town. And right now we're meeting the folks from First American Rescue Division. Joining me are Doug Jenkins, Rebecca Camp, and Danielle Fultman. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
Now, Doug, you're the creator, the CEO of First American Rescue Division, and the purpose of your organization is getting homeless people off the streets in Dane County. I'm wondering how that's been going for you.
Well, so far things have been going a little slower than what we planned, but we're very optimistic with the advertising we have out there and the organizations that we talk to that things will progress a little bit faster. Being winter months are coming on, people are softening their hearts. Hopefully they will help out.
And I understand that you have a soft spot in your heart for folks that are living on the street. Can you tell our viewers why?
Yes, I was in the Army 24 years, and I understand there's about 50 veterans on the street here in Dane County. And being in the Army that long, one of these individuals could be someone we served with. And, you know, it's important that as a veteran, a healthy veteran, we can help get these guys off the street.
Some of your fellow veterans.
Could be,
right,
yes.
Could be, sure. And one of the things that you've done to try to I guess, fulfill your mission is reaching out to veteran organizations and veterans in general, too. And I'm wondering how that's been working for you. Yeah,
I reached out to the American Legions and VFWs in the area, and so far got good response. They're looking into some of the options they have as an organization
to support your mission.
To support the mission, and individual veterans that don't belong to either one of those organizations, if they can help in any way, that would be deeply appreciated as well.
And when you say help in any way, it could be financial, but it could be something else too.
Certainly. Anything when we need help getting the folks off the street, life coaches, getting them food, taking them to appointments, stuff like that.
Rebecca, part of your job is working on getting more community support. I'm wondering what you've been up to.
So we're kind of going to take a new approach on that since we've had kind of a small reaction to what we've done so far. So we're going to do a coordinated email attack and some interviews with a couple of media outlets and newspapers in the area, and focus on really integrating our mission into the veteran community to perhaps, as Doug said, get more support from veterans for veterans. So
you've got to get the word out in order to get the support.
Absolutely.
And that's where you come in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're just going to try and come up with a new approach and create some new marketing material to appeal to the masses a little bit more.
And we're getting the word out a little bit right here. Yes. And as you mentioned, Doug, winter is coming. Can you talk a little bit about some of the immediate needs that you're seeing?
Well, one of the things we know after going out last winter is clothing for the people that are actually on the street, staying on the street. And keep in mind, 20% of the people out here are women and children.
I think
a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Nationwide, that's about 20%, give or take. And the ones that are on the street that we can't get off because we don't have the funding to get them into temporary housing, we've got to try to get them sleeping bags, blankets, hand warmers, caps, hats. A lot of this stuff they don't have. Another thing a lot of people don't know, the folks only get 90 days in these shelters. And then they got to move on. 90 days a year.
Okay.
So they got to move on. I think that's standard across the shelters. I may be wrong on that, but most of the shelters, they only get 90 days. So they got to find someplace else. And it might be in the middle of winter when this happens, and they're out there and they don't have the stuff to keep them warm out in the street.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it could be mom with some children.
Our ultimate goal also would be to find a rental property or something that we could gain ownership of in the future so that we can actually house people that get off the streets in a temporary fashion until we get them into permanent housing.
Sure.
So funding and stuff is really paramount to help with that goal.
Danielle, we've got about 30 seconds left, but I want to include you too. Now, you're director of social media, and I'm wondering what drew you to this organization.
Really, it was the passion, compassion, and most importantly, action of our CEO and founder. His dedication really inspired me to want to be part of it, and I'm hoping that other people will be inspired to become part of it as well.
I see. Okay. Well, good luck to all of you, especially with the winter months approaching.
Exactly.
First American Rescue Division. You can find them online and learn a little bit more, and maybe volunteer or donate. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.